Welcome to Flow into Alignment. Today I'm going to walk you through a 10-minute yoga flow, focusing on warming up your back, your upper back and lower back, and preparing you for any kind of back bending positions or just for the day. If you end up having tension in your back, some pain or discomfort, these are some great things to do just to help relieve some of that tension. We are going to be on our hands and knees. So if you do end up having any wrist pain, I recommend that you get a yoga foam wedge, which is in the links below. And you'll also need some yoga blocks for this as well. If you have any tension in your knees, fold up a towel or a blanket to put underneath your knees, and that way you can take some tension out. Get into some comfortable clothes, grab all those supplies, and join me today for this 10-minute back warm up. Like I said, we're going to start in kneeling and tabletop. We're going to start with just getting your core warmed up. So press your hands down into the ground. Your hands are going to be about mat width, which is about 2 to 3 feet space between your hands. You want to press your shins into the ground. Knees are going to be 4 to 6 inches apart, which is about a yoga block space, which you can go ahead and place a yoga block between your knees if you wish. Just press your chest away from the floor, squeeze the block, and press your shins down, taking long, deep breaths. Toes are going to be pointed slightly towards each other, creating an internal rotation of your legs. Take several long, deep breaths here. Now let's move into cat-cow. So on your inhale, you're going to press your shins into the ground, belly button to spine, lift your head. As you continue to inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. You may need to drop your chest down towards the ground to create that lift. As you exhale, tuck your chin and your tailbone towards your knees, chin to the chest, belly button to spine. Inhale, back into cow, shins press, belly button to spine, squeeze your shoulder blades to the spine. Exhale, cat, tuck your chin to the chest, tailbone towards the knees, belly button to spine. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Good. So next you're going to curl into your side. You're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, look to the right, pull the right hip towards your right ribs. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look to the left, left hip to ribs. Inhale, center. Exhale, curl to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, curl to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, curl to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, curl to the left. Good. So next we're going to take that into a circle. So you're going to inhale into cow. Exhale through your right side into cat. Inhale to curl to the left side and into cow. So small, tiny circles. Exhaling through to cat. Inhale to cow. Again, really tiny, small circles. Don't push your lower back down really deeply. Don't push your belly down to the ground really much or lift your tailbone up very much. We're not doing big, dramatic circles. Tiny little circles, protecting your lower back. Other side. Exhale through to cat. Inhaling to cow. Exhaling, small circle through cat. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale, last time. Inhale. And exhale, and coming back to neutral. Next, we're going to move into puppy pose. So puppy pose can sometimes be hard to figure out where your hips are in space. So what I recommend you do is, if you struggle knowing if you're pushing back or pulling forward with your hips, is get a chair and slide the seat of the chair against your hips so that you know where your hips are in space. And let me just go ahead and show that. And the chair magically appears. Anyway, through the magic of editing. So you're going to get your chair and place your chair against your hips. So you were in tabletop. So go from tabletop, keep one hand on the ground so that you know where your body is in space. Place the seat of your chair against your hips. Do not push the chair back or do not lean away from the chair. So you're going to feel that. So you want to feel your sit bones against the chair. You may have to kind of figure out where your feet are depending on how your chair is. To move into puppy pose, squeeze the block, keep your hips, you can feel your hips against the chair. Walk your hands out slowly. You're going to take your chest straight down towards the ground, or your head straight down to the ground or a block. So if you need a block, you're going to place the block there. You're going to aim your forehead for the ground or the block. So you're not going to go into an arch. You're not going to go into a tuck. You're just going to angle straight down, walking or sliding your hands out, diving down to the block or to the ground. Press your shins into the ground. Squeeze the block. Tuck your tailbone towards your knees so that you take the pressure and work out of your lower back and making sure you don't create any back pain or tension. Long, deep breaths, pressing your armpits towards the ground, keeping the shoulder blades away from your spine. On your inhale, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. It may be awkward, but that's okay. And coming back to tabletop. We're going to do that one more time. Inhaling and exhaling, hands out, head down, straight spine, shins press into the ground, squeeze the block between your knees, tuck your tailbone towards your knees, press your armpits into the ground, long, deep breaths. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Next, we're going to thread the needle. Again, you may want to keep the chair behind your hips so that you can make sure that you don't push your hips back or move your hips away forward, in front of the knees. To move into thread the needle is very similar to moving into puppy pose. So again, you're going to press your shins into the ground, hips stay against your chair or in place, so hips over your knees. Let's take a couple rotations first. I'm going to demonstrate with my left so that you can kind of see how it works so that my right side is to you. You're going to inhale, lift your arm up, opening out. Exhale, curl into your side. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale, curl. Preparing the back for thread the needle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. This time as you exhale, first place your forearm to the ground, then slide your right hand out, creating space. And then continue to lower your shoulder to the ground. You may not be able to get the shoulder to the ground, so bring a block about where your shoulder is going to be and rest your shoulder on the block. And stretch your right arm out. Press your shins into the floor, squeeze the block, tuck your tailbone towards your knees, and breathe. Taking long, deep breaths. Inhale, walk or slide your right hand underneath the shoulder, awkwardly press up, back to tabletop. Let's do the other side. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower to the forearm. Slide the left hand out. Lower to the right shoulder. Lower the shoulder to a block of the ground. Long, deep breaths. Pressing your shins into the ground, tucking the tailbone towards the heels. Inhale, slide your left hand back underneath the shoulder. Awkwardly press yourself back up to tabletop. Good. Well, I hope that was helpful in helping you warm up your back, preparing you for your flow, for your back bends, whatever it is. If you want to work on your back bends, check out the video I did with the yoga wheel, and that will be really helpful in helping you release any tension in your hips to prepare you for back bending and using the wheel to work on your back bends. Any supplies that you would like to get, go ahead and check out the links below, as well as my free modifications, my free yoga modifications workshop. Check out those links below for that as well. See you in the next video. It was great to have you. Take care. Bye.